Let us go to Stillwater, Oklahoma. Utah heading to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is only 2.5-point favorite. Cam Rising, the Utah starting quarterback, he warmed up for the Utah State game. He did not play. Freshman Isaac Wilson played. A little shaky at first, but they got through it. I think this is Cam Rising going to play? Like this hinges, because if I said Cam Rising's definitely playing in this game, what do you think happens to the line?
Or isn't it just like a finger issue?
It's a ring finger on his throw, or I believe. Well, it's a finger on his throwing hand, which can affect a lot when your job's to throw the football.
My fingers hurt.
Now your back's gonna hurt. You just pulled landscaping duty.
My fingers hurt. Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscape. Get out there, Cam. Come on. You've missed too much time with debilitating injuries. I don't doubt that it hurts. But this happened, 2 weeks ago now? Like, he's playing. He's playing in the game. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's playing. I'm pretty sure he would have played if they didn't think they could beat Utah State comfortably without him.
And they didn't beat Utah State comfortably without him. That game was in question in the second half.
Yeah, they didn't. So now we find out.
His fingers hurt?
Oh, my goodness. All right.
They do. So I moved them out of the top 4 this week. You did,
because of K-State. Because K-State was dominant.
K-State. Yeah, and it was a combination of K-State being dominant and also Utah looking shaky and not knowing the status of Cam Rising. But we are definitely going to learn a lot about the Big 12 starting this week, but in the next few weeks, because Oklahoma State, I believe, also plays Kansas State in the second week, right? Am I
next week? They play Kansas State next game.
It's Utah and Kansas State back to back. So you've got 3 teams that we think are all potential candidates in the Big 12 to maybe win this thing playing round robin here. So, I think Utah is very built well and well served to compete in this Big 12. I think that the way that this team has won games in the Pac-12, to borrow your term, travels to the Big 12. Laying points, I think is just who's home here. This is a really difficult game, Andy. Like I would not.
Well, let me ask you a trivia question.
I'm not good at this.
What is Ollie Gordon averaging per carry this season?
Oh, wow. Is it like 3.2 yards or something small like that?
3.5. Yeah. 3.5.
I know it's been a rough start for him.
Yeah. Now, Oklahoma State's passing offense has been very explosive. So Alan Bowman has been pretty efficient, completing 67% of his passes. Deshaun Stribling, 17.4 yard per catch average. Rashad Owens, 17.1 yard per catch average. So that's where the explosiveness has come from for Oklahoma State. The question is, can Utah limit that while also keeping Ollie Gordon in check? Because I still think there's always the possibility, because we've seen it too many times, that Ollie Gordon just breaks out and goes wild. All right, good night, Sunday. Caleb Williams threw for a yard, because PrizePicks, nice enough to give us an almost free Caleb Williams square that I combined with a Jackson Dart square and a Luther Burden square, and it allowed me to win. Play 25, win 125, allowed me to break even on the weekend because, some of my other plays did not go as well as I'd hoped. But that Caleb Williams square every Saturday in September. I'm sorry, every weekend in September. They don't play on Saturdays, but every weekend in September, you get a 1 yard, 1 win Caleb Williams square. PrizePicks is the most fun daily fantasy game in America. You use the code STAPLES. You play $5, you get $50 instantly. How you do it? You pick squares. So you will say, I think Luther Burden's longest reception will be longer than 28.5 yards or shorter than 28.5 yards. And if you get that correct, you win that square. You pick at least 2. You can go up to 5. The more you pick, the higher the potential payout. It is a fun way to play. And man, Caleb Williams hooked me up. Appreciate it. Thank you, PrizePicks, for that one. I felt very confident, and, well, partially because you allowed me to be confident. All right. Download PrizePicks. Use the code Staples. Play $5. Get $50.
For sure. And you have the best player on the field. And you're at home, and you've been very consistent over the Mike Gundy era. Like, I could definitely see Oklahoma State winning this football game and asserting itself in the conversation with Kansas State as the best team in the Big 12. This conference is by far, of all the conferences, the hardest one to pick a champion out of.
Absolutely.
And I'm very excited about the notion of being able to get to the bottom of that very soon into the year, because then it makes the playoff race and the conference race a lot clearer and a lot easier to analyze. So, we want big time playoff impacting games in November and October, but I love when we get them in September too.
Who you got?
I don't know. You go first, and then I'll fade you.
I was going to do the same thing to you. Damn it.
This is a very difficult game for me. Like,
this is a very difficult game for everybody.
Yeah.
This would be a do not touch game. We're doing it because it's a really interesting game. It's one of the most interesting games of the weeks. I think for
my gut says Oklahoma State, Andy.
I'm going to take Utah. My gut said Utah. We were already fading each other.
Okay. Yeah. Also, zero confidence whatsoever. Very difficult game. And things go off the rails in Stillwater. What time does this game start? Can I do the double dip this weekend? Go to Stillwater for this one, and then make it to the.
You're not going to make it. I've done the double dipper, and the first year of the playoff, I did a TCU Iowa State game in Fort Worth, and then I did Baylor Kansas State in Waco that night. So I did the 11 a.m. local kick, 7 p.m. local kick.
What
saw
time
the
did you get there
entirety
for the 7 game.
Oh, I got there at like 5:30. Yeah, we stopped for Jimmy John's on the way. It was tremendous. It was one of the greatest days of my life. Yeah. So,
what time is the kickoff of this game? I got to look it up because
you can't make it. It's 3 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, all right.
You'll never make it.
I can't make it. Okay. If it was at noon, I would have tried it, I think.
Oh, you would have done it. If it was at noon, you would have definitely done it. But unfortunately, you can't. So I've got Utah. Ari's got Oklahoma State. Thanks so much for watching.
And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave a 5-star review.